Welcome back to Balanced Health. Today I'll be showing you one of my favorite recipes, and that's quick, easy, and healthy. And Joe, it's salmon croquettes. It's a southern dish. I grew up on them. And actually the definition of a croquette is really something that's coated with flour and fried. Then these aren't really coated with flour.
So it's a French.
It's a French dish, but
Okay.
but this is kind of a modified version. But anyway, you start with I love these packets of salmon and tuna.
It's awfully convenient.
It's so convenient. You don't have to drain them. You don't have to pick the bones and the skin out. So they're wonderful. But you can get good salmon in the can, whatever. And you know, you're going to talk about how healthy this is in a minute. But this is such a convenient way to use salmon. So you start with a 7-ounce package of salmon. And by the way, this only makes this for like me and Jerry. For a larger family, you double the recipe, of course.
Okay.
But one package of salmon, you use 1 beaten egg, use 1/4 a cup of diced onions, and you use 1/4 a cup of Italian breadcrumbs. Now, Italian breadcrumbs already have seasonings in them. That's a real time saver. But if you want to use, your own breadcrumbs, you can certainly add whatever seasonings you want. This is why croquettes are so great. You can add basil or oregano or more garlic if you want, lemon pepper, black pepper, whatever. So anyway, but just for this, the basic recipe: 1/4 cup of Italian breadcrumbs, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, and then sea salt and pepper to taste. Then you do fry them in olive oil. Now, frying is not the F word. It's okay as long as you use a good oil and you don't fry on real high temperatures. Is that right?
Yeah, medium heat is fine. Frying is just another word for heating of food. We think of frying as deep frying, like French fries at the fast food places. That's very bad.
So I put just a little olive oil or butter. If you want to, olive oil is probably better fat for you, but just a little bit of olive oil, and you just cook them on medium to low heat and until they're brown, and they are really yummy. Now, now let me just say, I'm not crazy about a salmon steak. I don't like the taste of salmon that much. These are wonderful. Well,
and that's the thing. If people, this show's all about education, right? Simple, Balanced Health. We teach you how to inform you and how to make choices of doing healthier things without taking tremendous sacrifices. So if you're not a salmon person in its pure raw form, this is a great way to get omega-3s, which we'll touch on more in a second, but in a way that you can take it, right?
Enjoy it.
So somebody might say, one of my hardcore purist peers might say, well, it's got breadcrumbs, and I heard the word frying. It's like, dude, if we've got 90% of the people out there eating salmon versus they didn't touch this kind of stuff before, we're ahead of the game, right?
Exactly.
This meal is healthy for many reasons. Number one, we'll just take a look at the onions over there. Sulfur compound food, phenomenal for your blood, phenomenal for allergies.
And there's a lot of onions in there for this little packet.
Okay. Lemons, of course, are a great liver cleanser. You use sea salt, which is wonderful. Pepper's a great blood cleanser. We have roughage here with the lettuce. And then again, like you said, at a medium heat, frying it in olive oil, more antioxidants in the olive oil. There's really no negative on this thing at all, Shirley, other than it's all positive. But the breadcrumbs, except that like you said, it's breadcrumbs so lightly, this would even be good for a protein type. So if you were a protein type, there's hardly any carbs whatsoever in the small amount of bread that you have here. And you touched on it earlier. Depending on what seasoning somebody likes, this would be a great way to get in different herbs and spices.
And oregano is very healthy for you and those kinds of things. So.
And some people, some people could put cinnamon on anything. I talk about cinnamon a lot. I like cinnamon on the things that are typical, like in apple cider or something like that. But a lot of people will put it on anything.
Even cloves, which is also another very, very healthy one. You could. I don't do it, but you could.
I was looking here. I don't think that you have this. I could see myself definitely using some garlic here.
Oh, well, it's in the breadcrumbs.
Okay.
But I almost always put extra garlic powder or even fresh garlic. You can chop it up.
I would put fresh garlic in the olive oil and saute it, or a nice word for frying at a medium heat.
Yeah, exactly.
In the frying pan. I think that would add an awful lot of flavor to it. And this is a very reasonable meal price-wise, Shirley. This is,
Oh, it's very inexpensive.
To serve 2 people here. You could serve a family here, nutritious meal, fairly low cost, and it's fairly quick and easy.
My kids grew up on it because it was a very low-cost meal.
Great way to get your omega-3s with the salmon, which of course I should have touched on that. And this is Alaskan salmon, which people always ask me about that. Farm-raised salmon is the worst possible salmon you could eat. We don't have time to expound on all the reasons why. And then the warm waters, the Atlantic and stuff like that, has some mercury and PCB. Usually your Alaskan waters are very cold, especially when caught during cold water times. Those fish are going to be predominantly PCB and mercury free. So that's what you're looking for.
We know, Joe, of course, they can get the recipe by going to our website and tln.com, click on Balanced Health. But also, I want to encourage people to go to your website, kailea.com, because there you can find wonderful products, wonderful articles, and you can find our recipes there as well.
All the stuff is on there. Our shows are on there. You
Yeah.
can actually go to our shows. Are streamlined on there.
That's true.
We're on YouTube.
Well, for more information on cosmetic dentistry, go to tln.com, click on shows, and then on Balanced Health. It's all the time we have. We hope that you enjoyed this show. And if you'd like a copy of this program, give us a call and order a DVD right now. To submit your health questions, email us at balancedhealth@tln.com or call the number on your screen, and we'll answer them on the air. For Joe Costello and myself, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on Balanced Health. Take a bite.